Well, I thought he gave us a big lift. You know, if he doesn't have a couple really bad turnovers there down the stretch, gave us some big offensive rebounds, defensively, gave us some good minutes. So, you know, I was really pleased with his effort.
Nice to have him from the start. And you talked last year about how when he was hurt early, it kind of took him away, and now you kind of got a chance to ingrain him from the beginning.
Well, you know, he's been a little banged up here early too, but at least he's ready now. Last year at this time, you know, he still went like 3 or 4 weeks yet from this date on. You know, I mean, he wasn't ready at all in November, and so he did fall way behind. And you know, he's got a good stroke. He's athletic. He likes to guard, so he can give us a lot of good minutes. You know, we just got to keep him healthy and you know, continue like all our guys. You know, we just had some really bad turnovers. That in the first 10 minutes we had 9 turnovers just trying stuff, and we get ourselves in trouble just trying some things that make the game a lot tougher than it need to be.
When Joe's 0 for 7 in the first half on the floor, but you guys are still tied going into the half, does that make you guys feel pretty good about yourselves?
Oh, not really. You know, because our execution wasn't very good. You know, we had 9 or 10 turnovers at half, which, and then we just didn't simply execute much. You know, we had some bad possessions both in the first and second half. Fewer in the second half, but a couple of those possessions against the zone, you know, were not good. So, you know, we've got a lot to work through to make sure we get the best shot available. You know, we're in a little bit of hurry offensively. A number of possessions we didn't make them guard very long. You know, we took questionable shots, and you know, I think our guys will learn. You know, I like them having confidence, and you know, I want them to be aggressive, but you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and taking bad shots.
Did you see anything in particular to Joe coming out just at the second half, kind of help jumpstart him, get him going?
No, just you know, he's going to continue to play, and you know, just told him to make sure that he likes the shots he takes. You know, don't feel obligated like you got to throw one up there. You know, you got to pick and choose shots you like. You know, and sometimes our guys, you know, just get going a little too fast.
Jordan Bell was credited with 1 block, but it really seemed like his length was a factor for you guys.
Yeah, I thought he changed some shots. You know, I really liked the way he went after rebounds. He had 9 rebounds, and I really thought he went after the ball. He got a couple of those rebounds out of his area. You know, where he moved from one side of the lane to the other to go get the ball. You know, those are always big rebounds. A lot of guys don't go get those. You know, Arsalan was one of those guys who would, EJ occasionally, but you don't have a lot of guys that'll go out of their area to get a rebound. And Jordan did that a few times tonight, which is a really good sign for us.
Is that normal for him to make a play like that in practice, or?
You know, the consistency for any freshman, you know, takes a while. But we got those 4 freshmen that played tonight, we're asking them to do a lot, and being there for a lot of big possessions. And I thought Dylan did a great job. Jordan did a great job. And Casey didn't shoot it as well, but he made good plays. You know, Ahmad didn't shoot it well, but made some good plays. So those 4 guys, you know, are really solid, really solid. We're asking them to do a lot, and you know, they're not going to have great games every time. You know, it just doesn't happen that way, especially for a young man with not much experience, and especially when we're asking them to do so much. So we just got to keep hoping that they keep making steps, because they're 4 solid, good players.
Where's Dylan at from a maturity standpoint? Because he's probably going to be the youngest guy on the court all season.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's working on it. You know, he gets down on himself, you know, and a little temperamental at times, but you know, I've had a lot of good players that are that way. You know, they want the best. You know, they want to be good, and there's just a fine line there. You know, you got to keep pushing yourself, but you got to put demands on yourself, but can't be your own worst enemy. You know, you gotta let yourself go sometimes, and we just got to find that balance for Dylan. But he loves ball. You know, we keep charts on who puts the most time in away from the practice and that, and he's always in the top 3. You know, there hasn't been a week that he hasn't been in the top 3. You know, he's in the gym, and he wants to be good.
Talk about your team's ability to rebound offensively and how it kind of helps you get the win back.
Well, it did. You know, Jalil chased down 3 or 4, and Ahmad chased down a few, and Jordan got 4. So, yeah, we chased down some rebounds, got some second shots. At halftime, always look, they had 4 second chance points, we only had 2. Second half, we were 11-0. We had 11 second chance points, they had none. So you're right, that was a big part of the game. You go 11-0 second chance points, that's a really good stat for you.
They kind of stayed with you guys for 25 or so minutes, then once you guys got a little separation, able to kind of space it out, and some guys made some plays to keep them from making another run back at you.
Yeah, I thought defensively we did it. We had a few good possessions there. We got it up to 10, and we missed some free throws that we could have kept more pressure on them there, and that's always important. But no, I thought our guys, with the exception of the one time, I think we took a timeout where they got 2 transition layups on 2 bad plays against the zone. I think we had a 7 or 8 point lead and gave up 2 layups in transition and got it to 4, so we must have been up 8, and that was a bad stretch there for us.
Knowing how important Joe's going to be for you to win on a night when he goes 1 for 12 on 3s and 7 for 23 on 2s, just some other guys come through to help you out there.
Well, again, I think offensively we feel pretty good about our guys, and Joe we didn't shoot it well as a team. We didn't shoot free throws well. We took some bad 3s, and that's one of the reasons our percentage was 27%. We took some bad ones. But, I feel like our guys feel like they can score. There's none of them shy about taking shots, and we didn't pass many up. It's the defense and the boards, that we got to keep working at. So, yeah, on a night that Joe doesn't shoot it well, he's our one proven scorer. It's nice that Jalil stepped up. He needed a night like that. Elgin was solid, and Dylan 6 for 12. So we had 3 guys: Elgin 4 for 7, Dylan 6 for 12, and Jalil 6 for 8. That shot it well.
Is there maybe an ideal percentage of shots you want to be taking 3-pointers? I assume 33, maybe a few more than you want to take.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with 30 if they're good ones. I really don't. I just thought we took, I just thinking here, 5 or 6 really bad ones. Just no rhythm. Some of our best ones were late. KEZI penetrated and kicked it. The last one was maybe the best one we had all night. Ahmad hit one in the first half. Somebody drove the baseline and kicked it out to him. We ran a little play in the zone, and the one that Joe hit was a wide open 3. And he knew he was going to shoot it because we had a little play for him. He missed a couple wide open ones from the top that we ran a 1 fade there, and first gutter fade, and he had a wide open one. I never thought he'd miss that one. He had 2 wide open ones from the top that, you'd bet on, but you're going to have nights like that. So you just fight through it, and the other guys picked it up a little bit.
Is it good to get, these kind of grinded out wins this early in the season? Maybe help build confidence for the team?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 31 games, you do not shoot the ball well 31 games. It just doesn't happen. So the quicker we figure that out and learn that, because we play a really good team on Friday. A team that won 27 games, has 4 starters back, well coached. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the people we're going to play in Brooklyn, but Toledo's every bit as good as the teams we're going to play in Brooklyn. And and very experienced. They're so much more experienced than Michigan. I think Michigan talent-wise and down the line, but right now Toledo's just so much more experienced. And so we will have a very, very difficult ball game on Friday, as tough as the ones we have when we go to Brooklyn. And I know that. I hope the team figures that out. I hope our crowd figures it out. The students that came have been great. And I know it's an awkward time. I don't know how we got a 4 o'clock start, but we got to get a crowd. We got to get some energy in the building. Basketball is always a home court sport, and that game, our fans will see a very good team in Toledo. We'll have to play. We'll have to bring our A game. We'll have to play really good to get a win there.
Ahmad looked pretty comfortable at the point tonight. How do you feel about his performance?
You know, he and Casey both, you know, they're solid. I've got a lot of confidence in those two guys. So, no problem at all with either one of them taking open threes, directing the offense. They just got caught up a little bit, like a lot of our guys, trying to make some difficult plays, you know, and we got to make the game a little more simple for them. But no, ball's in Casey's hand, ball's in Ahmad's hand. I feel really comfortable.